A sandy beach, crashing waves, salty air. This was Buddy's domain. A golden retriever with fur like the sun and eyes full of mischief, Buddy lived for the thrill of the chase. His favorite game? Frisbee with his human Emily. Emily would hurl the plastic disc across the sand and Buddy would rocket after it, his paws kicking up sand like a miniature tornado. One day, a particularly strong gust of wind carried the Frisbee far. It landed with a plop, not on the sand, but in the shallows of the sea. Buddy skidded to a halt, ears perked, eyes fixed on the bobbing toy. He'd never gone into the water before. Emily always warned him against it, her voice taking on a serious tone whenever he strayed too close to the water's edge. But the Frisbee, it called to him, a siren song in the form of brightly colored plastic. With a bark that was half determined, half unsure, Buddy took the plunge. The water was cold, a shock to his system, but the Frisbee was close, floating just a few feet away. He paddled towards it, his tail wagging furiously as he fought to stay afloat. Triumphantly, he snatched the Frisbee in his jaws and turned back towards the shore. It was then that he saw it. A shadow, far larger than any fish he'd ever seen in Emily's nature books, moved beneath him. It circled slowly, gracefully, like a predator sizing up its prey. Fear, sharp and cold, shot through Buddy's veins. He'd never felt anything like it before. Dropping the Frisbee, he paddled with all his might, his legs churning in the water. The shore seemed miles away now, the safety of the beach a distant dream. The shadow moved closer, growing larger with each passing second. Suddenly the water around him erupted. A monstrous head, all teeth and cold, dead eyes, broke the surface of the water. Buddy yelped, a sound choked with terror, and instinctively dove beneath the surface. He swam with a desperation he never knew he possessed, his lungs screaming for air. The water churned around him as the monster, a creature out of his worst nightmares, thrashed its powerful body. Buddy could feel the water shift as the creature swam past, its rough skin brushing against his own. He didn't dare look back, he just kept swimming, blind terror his only guide. Then, just as suddenly as it had begun, it was over. The water calmed, the thrashing ceased. Buddy, gasping for air, cautiously broke the surface. The creature was gone. Only the gentle lapping of waves against his fur remained as a testament to the terrifying encounter. He paddled back to shore, his legs shaky, his body trembling with exhaustion and fear. Emily rushed to greet him, her face etched with worry. He licked her hand, the familiar gesture a balm to his frayed nerves. He never went near the water again, not without Emily by his side. The memory of the shadow, the teeth, the cold, unfeeling eyes stayed with him. It was a hard-earned lesson, etched onto his soul. The world, he learned, was full of wonders, but also dangers. And sometimes the greatest adventures were the ones best left unexplored.